During the most recent season of 1,000-Pound Sisters, Tammy Slaton has been the subject of controversy due to the fact that she has been considered impolite to her sister Amy. Additionally, Tammy was subjected to criticism as a result of her actions, to the extent that she was required to produce a video apology. On the other hand, there is one thing that continues to baffle people, and that is concerning her baby voice. If you want to know the truth about it, continue reading. What caused Tammy Slaton to become so enraged with Amy, the 1,000-Pound Sisters? A disagreement between Tammy and Amy was the subject of the episode of 1,000-Pound Sisters that came before this one. When they made the decision to hang out together, everything began. However, their anticipated night out turned into a sorrowful moment when Tammy started to discourage Amy for having too much fun in the limousine. Amy was upset since she was having too much fun. As a result of her sister farting in the car, which was something that she had done in the past, Tammy was quite horrified by the situation. In a later video apology, Tammy claimed that she was unhappy because her sister arrived intoxicated before filming in the limousine. She said that this was the reason she was upset. Additionally, she holds Amy's boyfriend responsible for being a negative influence on her. What really is going on behind Tammy's baby voice? Quite a few individuals have expressed their admiration for Tammy's change. In addition, she has shifted her perspective on life. Today, the majority of her Instagram postings are words of wisdom and messages of motivation directed toward people who are suffering with their weight. On the other hand, a thread on Reddit was perplexed as to why the 1,000-Pound Sister star continued to create baby voice, which she had not done in the past. There are many who believe that she finds it endearing that she has the voice of a child. Others, however, believe that Tammy's emotional development was halted, which is the reason why she continues to speak and behave in a childlike manner. There is also the possibility that the changes in her voice are the result of the significant weight reduction that she has experienced. Over the years, a great number of people have made observations regarding this. It is possible to learn that some of the extremely obese people featured on My 600-Pound Life were subjected to sexual abuse when they were younger. Consuming an excessive amount of food is their defense mechanism against it. On many occasions, there is also a standstill in the development of the individual's emotions at the time of the traumatic occurrence, with many individuals retaining voices that are high-pitched and childlike. What I believe you are mistaking for the baby voice is actually her vocal cords not being as restricted, which is why her voice has changed as a result of the weight loss, was the statement made by the speaker. She finds it to be delightful. It is not the case. During this time of year, she is acting like a child. Tammy Slaton continues to imitate the baby voice behind the camera, as evidenced by her 1,000-Pound Sisters. Additionally, Tammy has been receiving a great deal of criticism on social media for the fact that she continues to sound like a child. The fact that this is the case makes it difficult for some of her followers to find inspiration in the messages that she sends out. Despite all, the star of 1,000-Pound Sisters continues to maintain a good attitude. In addition, she reassures her audience that she loves her sister Amy with all of her heart, hinting that the reason she was upset with her in the most recent season was because of the path that her life was taking. Tammy Slaton, one of the central stars of the popular TLC reality series 1,000-Pound Sisters, has been the subject of much conversation, fascination, and scrutiny since the show's debut. From her personal weight struggles and dramatic moments on screen to her sometimes controversial behavior, Tammy has become a key figure in the realm of reality TV. Among the most discussed aspects of her personality is her distinct, baby voice. Fans have repeatedly commented on the way Tammy speaks, which often sounds high-pitched, childlike, and exaggerated, leading many to question why she speaks this way and what it says about her personality and her journey. In this article, we will explore the truth behind Tammy Slaton's baby voice, attempting to understand the psychological, emotional, and social factors that may contribute to her unique speaking style. We will delve into how this behavior affects her public image, her relationships with others, and how fans perceive her both on screen and off screen. Additionally, we will address the broader implications of speaking styles in general, especially in the context of reality television and the weight loss journeys that define 1,000-pound sisters. What is the baby voice? Before diving into the specifics of Tammy Slaton's voice, it's essential to define what is commonly referred to as the baby voice. A baby voice typically refers to a high-pitched, soft, often childlike tone of voice that can sound infantilized or overly sweet. People who speak in a baby voice may also exhibit certain speech patterns, such as elongating syllables, emphasizing certain vowels, and occasionally sounding whiny or overly cute. This speaking style is often associated with childlike behavior, vulnerability, or submissiveness, although it can be used for various reasons across different contexts. In Tammy's case, her baby voice has become one of her most recognizable traits. Whether speaking to her family, doctors, or viewers of the show, Tammy's voice often takes on this exaggerated, high-pitched tone, especially when she is emotional, frustrated, or in moments of distress. However, some fans have critiqued this vocal style, suggesting that it may be a form of manipulation or a defense mechanism. Others find it endearing, while some view it as an attempt to appear more vulnerable or submissive. Psychological factors, emotional vulnerability, and childhood trauma. One of the key reasons behind Tammy's baby voice could be linked to deep psychological factors, particularly related to childhood trauma and emotional vulnerability. A baby voice is sometimes a subconscious way of signaling emotional needs or expressing vulnerability. For someone like Tammy, who has experienced significant emotional trauma, including struggles with her weight, mental health, and family dynamics, this behavior may be an unconscious method of seeking comfort or attention. Tammy Slaton's early life and experiences have been marked by a series of challenges that likely shaped the way she presents herself as an adult. Tammy has spoken about how her obesity, which developed at a young age, has affected her self-esteem and mental health. She has also hinted at complex family relationships and struggles with loneliness and isolation. Such experiences can lead individuals to develop coping mechanisms that help them deal with emotions they may not know how to handle otherwise. The baby voice could, therefore, be a form of emotional regression, a return to a more innocent and dependent time in her life when she may have felt more secure and less burdened by the complexities of adulthood. Speaking in a baby voice may make Tammy feel like she is tapping into a state of vulnerability, which could be a way for her to gain sympathy, avoid conflicts, or receive care and attention from others. Moreover, studies have shown that people who exhibit regressive behaviors, such as speaking in a baby voice, often do so when they feel emotionally insecure or when they need a sense of validation. For Tammy, who has openly expressed feelings of insecurity throughout her weight loss journey, it is possible that her baby voice is a way to signal to others that she is in need of emotional support or that she feels overwhelmed by the demands of her life. The role of attention-seeking behavior. Another explanation for Tammy's baby voice might be linked to attention-seeking behavior. Reality television thrives on drama, emotional moments, and the personalities of its cast members. For someone like Tammy, whose journey is filled with both triumphs and failures, maintaining a level of public attention can be crucial. Speaking in a baby voice, especially in moments of distress, can draw more attention to her, making her appear more vulnerable and in need of support. Tammy's attention-seeking behavior, if intentional, is not unusual for reality TV stars. The format of 1,000-Pound Sisters places a significant amount of emphasis on the personal lives of its cast, often showcasing emotionally charged moments, personal conflicts, and struggles. Tammy's baby voice could be a way for her to stand out in a world where the competition for screen time and viewer sympathy is fierce. Her vocal style may help her to maintain a place in the spotlight, ensuring that she remains a key figure in the show's narrative. It is important to note that attention-seeking behavior does not necessarily imply manipulation in a malicious sense. It could simply be a coping mechanism developed over years of emotional challenges. Tammy may not fully realize the extent to which her baby voice serves to draw attention to her, but it likely plays a role in her desire for recognition, care, and connection. Cultural and social influences. Gender expectations and media stereotypes. In addition to emotional and psychological factors, Tammy's baby voice may also be influenced by broader cultural and societal expectations, particularly those related to gender. In many cultures, women are socialized to be nurturing, soft-spoken, and emotionally expressive. From a young age, girls are often encouraged to use high-pitched, gentle voices and to exhibit behaviors that are perceived as feminine and dependent. Tammy's speaking style may be an unconscious adaptation to these social expectations. The high-pitched, babyish tone could reflect a gendered expectation of vulnerability and emotional openness, which society often associates with femininity. In reality television, where individuals are often expected to embody certain characteristics to make them more relatable to viewers, Tammy may subconsciously adopt this behavior to fit into a broader stereotype of a vulnerable, emotional woman. Moreover, the media often portrays women in certain ways, reinforcing the idea that they should speak in a soft, babyish voice to be perceived as likable or relatable. This stereotype is evident in many forms of media, from film and television to social media influencers who use similar vocal techniques to cultivate a sense of warmth and approachability. Tammy, as a reality TV star, may have internalized these media influences, adapting her speaking style to align with the image she wants to project. While this behavior may stem from cultural conditioning, it can also be problematic. The baby voice stereotype can reinforce the idea that women need to appear passive, dependent, or overly sweet to gain attention or affection, which can be limiting and counterproductive in certain contexts. For Tammy, this means that she may struggle with being taken seriously in certain situations, particularly when her weight loss journey and her struggles are on display for the world to see. Influence of family dynamics. Mimicking patterns of interaction. Tammy's family dynamics also play a crucial role in understanding her vocal behavior. Throughout 1,000-Pound Sisters, it has been clear that the Slaton family is extremely close-knit, but also fraught with dysfunction and tension. Tammy's relationships with her sister, Amy, her brother, Chris, and their mother have been marked by a mix of love, conflict, and codependence. It is possible that Tammy's baby voice has evolved as part of her familial interactions as a way of navigating the ups and downs of her relationships. For instance, when interacting with her sister Amy, Tammy often takes on a more vulnerable or demanding tone, which could be seen as an attempt to elicit a certain response from her. In many families, particularly those with a history of tension or emotional distress, family members develop distinct ways of communicating to maintain a sense of connection or to manage conflict. Tammy's baby voice may be a way of signaling to her family that she needs attention, care, or support. Additionally, the Slaton family has been depicted as highly protective of one another. Tammy may have learned that speaking in a childlike voice is an effective way to receive more nurturing attention, especially in moments when she feels emotional or overwhelmed. By adopting a softer, more helpless tone, Tammy may feel that she can tap into the protective instincts of her family members and receive the emotional support she needs. Public perception and criticism. Is it genuine or manipulative? Despite the possible emotional and psychological reasons for Tammy's baby voice, many fans have criticized her for what they perceive as manipulation. Tammy's tone of voice, especially when used in moments of distress or frustration, can sometimes come across as exaggerated or insincere. Fans have speculated that her baby voice may be an attempt to manipulate those around her, especially when she is trying to avoid taking responsibility for her actions or when she wants to avoid facing difficult truths about her weight loss. This perception of manipulation has led to mixed reactions from the public. Some viewers find her voice endearing, believing that it reflects a genuine vulnerability and emotional fragility. Others view it as a tactic to gain sympathy or to manipulate the people around her, especially when she uses it in moments of conflict or tension. This divide in public perception speaks to the complex nature of Tammy's character on 1,000-Pound Sisters and the difficulty in fully understanding her motivations. While it's impossible to say definitively whether Tammy's baby voice is a form of manipulation or a genuine expression of emotional need, it's clear that this vocal style has become an integral part of how she is perceived both on the show and by her fans. For some, the baby voice is a sign of emotional depth and vulnerability. For others, it feels contrived and inauthentic. A multifaceted expression of vulnerability. The truth behind Tammy Slaton's baby voice is not a simple one to pinpoint. It is likely a combination of psychological, emotional, and social factors that have led to this distinctive speaking style. From childhood trauma and emotional vulnerability to attention-seeking behavior and cultural expectations, Tammy's voice reflects a complex web of influences that have shaped her personality and how she interacts with the world. Whether Tammy's baby voice is perceived as endearing, manipulative, or a sign of emotional distress, it is undeniable that it has become an essential part of her public persona. For fans of 1,000-Pound Sisters, it serves as both a point of fascination and frustration as they attempt to understand the motivations behind her vocal behavior and its impact on her relationships and journey. Ultimately, Tammy's baby voice is just one aspect of her character, but it is a revealing one. It speaks to her vulnerability, her need for support, and perhaps her struggle to reconcile the demands of adulthood with the emotional pain she carries from her past. Come back to the Gossip USA for all of your updates if you are looking for more information regarding the 1,000-Pound Sisters.